Okay, so it was. All right, now we're live. Hi guys. Drop where you're watching from in the comments. I want to see where everybody's coming from. We are here live today in beautiful Salt Lake City. It's a rainy, gross kind of day, but that's all right. The mountains will come out hopefully later this week. Thanks for tuning in. We'll get started in a second, just kind of let people trickle into the chat. For those of you just tuning in, I'm Katie here with Safewise, and we're going to be going over a few testing with the Kami Doorbell Camera over here. It's this guy, not this guy. And so I'll be sharing some of my experience and most importantly, announcing our giveaway winners. We have 3 lucky winners. We had over 500 entrants to this giveaway, which was pretty exciting. So we're hoping to do more of these this coming year, and hopefully be giving away newer and better stuff to everyone watching out there. I'm also here with Brent, our producer. So if you hear a mysterious voice from behind me or someone giggling or me talking to someone, I'm not just talking to the wall. Thankfully, they didn't just lock me into this room, and they let me out sometimes, which is really nice of them. And sometimes Brent comes by and brings gushers and coffee. How's the chat and the viewer count looking, Brent?
11 viewers. Crystal Rogers just said that from SLC.
We know Crystal Rogers. She's with Safewise. If you've ever had a chance to visit Safewise.com, I highly recommend doing so. But the reason that Safewise looks so good is Crystal Rogers. She is our content strategist.
Megan from Clarksville, Tennessee.
I know a Megan from Clarksville, Tennessee. Hi. Megan is an organic chemistry professor at Austin Peay State University. Thanks for tuning in, Megan. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So, like I said before, for you just jumping in, I am Katie McIntyre, and I am here today with the Kami Doorbell video camera. We're gonna be giving away 3 of these puppies to 3 lucky winners later in this live stream. But first, I just kind of wanted to like share my experience with it. I installed one at my own house. It was honestly the first time I had ever installed a doorbell camera, and I was a little nervous about it. It required drilling. I was very new to power tools, so that was kind of an experience, but it wasn't remotely as bad as I thought it would be. So let's dive into it. Got my notes right over here, so give me just a moment. We do need to, of course, get the suspense going. We can't just announce the winners, otherwise it would be a 3-second live stream, and that's just a TikTok, right? So without further ado, we also have a quick words from our sponsor, Cove. Cove Home Security was the reason we were able to do this giveaway. So Cove, if you're watching, thank you so much. We're looking forward to giving this away, and hopefully we'll be doing more giveaways in the future. So we will cut away in a moment for a word from Cove. Let's get started. So, Brent, let's show everybody what the unboxing looked like when I took this guy out of the box. So all of this stuff here is what you get with the Kami Doorbell camera. That's me setting it up. Is there any way we can go back to that first clip? We can show everything in the box. There we go. Pause it. Can you pause it? There we go. Perfect. Okay. So all of that stuff you see here, it kind of just looks like nuts and bolts, and it kind of is, but those top 3 brackets up in the corner, that's one of the things that I thought was really unique about Kami, is that those are back plates that the doorbell mounts onto, and they're all situated to different angles. So that one far on the left kind of points it towards the door. I'm assuming towards the door. You can angle it either way. One goes down and then the other's just flat. So that way, if you have kind of a wonky front step situation, Kami has a couple different options to situate the camera. It also works with hard wiring. You'll see those two prongs next to the screwdrivers. That's necessary for hardwiring your doorbell to a chime. And then of course there's the chime there down there, the little battery pack looking thing down there. And you don't see the battery in there because it's in the doorbell camera when I took the shot. And it also has a USB cable too. So it's got 3 ways to power it, which is pretty cool. You'll find a lot of doorbell cameras that have both hard wiring or battery powered, which is pretty great because if you don't have an existing doorbell or that you can't replace it with that. So it's kind of nice to have those options. Plus, one thing that makes it really unique is that it has a USB cable that you can plug it into. So that way you get a little more of the best of both worlds. So you don't have to pop out the battery and recharge it and then go a little while without having a camera on your doorstep. And you can have continuous power, but the trick with that is having a plug outside. So a lot of that is just based on your situation. And I like that Kami kind of planned for every house is different and was able to adjust for that. All right, so with that, let's keep going. Let's see, I've got my notes. Hold on, we got a little dead space here. So a little specs about this. The Kami camera is a 1080p video, which is pretty standard for a lot of home security cameras. That's a kind of basic HD. You're able to see people from far away. You might not see their faces super clearly, but you will still be able to see folks. I know with mine, I was able to see up to a block away, which was pretty far considering it was just kind of sitting on my doorstep and I'm kind of in an alleyway. Here we go. You can see there's a gas station far away and there's an Amazon driver dropping off some stuff. Got some more deliveries that I captured on camera. There I am heading out for donuts very early in the morning. And we've got some car driving by. Yeah, and so with that, a little bit of that footage, you can tell that it's very clear day and night. One thing that I noticed that was kind of quirky about this is that it's super sensitive to motion and people alerts. So I would get a lot of kind of false alarms for, say a car would be driving by the alleyway and it would think it was a person. So you kind of have to be careful. It was either turn it all on and get lots of alerts or only get alerts when someone rings the doorbell. So I don't think that's the case with all doorbell cameras, but a lot of them are super sensitive. So you kind of have to play around with the settings, kind of figure out what works for you and your home. As far as the installation goes, it was fairly easy to set up. This was the first time I had ever, like I mentioned before, first time I'd ever set up a doorbell camera at my house. So I was very slow with it, but I managed to get it done. And it was basically drilling 2 pilot holes and then screwing in the bracket at the end. I just used the flat one. I didn't use any of the angled ones, but it was fairly easy. I mean, basically, if you can install something like a shelf or I don't know, like even a light fixture, you could easily do something like this with the battery pack. That made it super duper easy. I don't have a doorbell chime at my house or an existing doorbell, so I had to go battery power, but I think that was probably the easiest as far as installation. And setting it up was very easy. I guess setup and installation is a little different. Something like setup is pretty standard for a camera like this. It was set up within the app, select the camera. Kami has a ton of different cameras, which I wasn't as familiar with them until Cove took them on. So you choose from all of these different cameras, pick the doorbell, and then it gives you a QR code and you scan it with your phone, and that sets it up and connects your phone to that specific camera. And then once that was going, I was able to see stuff from the camera, and all the rest of it was just setting it up. All right. Do we have any questions in the chat, or anyone? What's their status looking like, Brent? Into this thing and
Okay. I think we're back.
we're back. Stay hydrated, folks.
Okay. Andrew Hall asked, are your favorite feature of the doorbell camera?
I really liked the pre-recorded messages. You're able to record your voice saying whatever you want and then play it for the camera. I'm not sure I'd be able to get, this doesn't have the battery or anything hooked up to it right now, but I was able to say things like, hold on just a minute, or if you expect a lot of Amazon packages or just packages in general, you can leave instructions that are pre-recorded and then press it when someone rings the doorbell. I thought that was pretty cool. Other video doorbells like Ring, for example, have some pre-recorded ones that you can do seasonally. Like for Halloween, they'll have like ghost sounds or a witch laughing or chains rattling or something like that. For anyone who's into spooky stuff, that might be something that's more of an all year round kind of thing. But I thought that was pretty fun. As far as, I think another favorite feature is just how versatile it is for setup. Like I'd mentioned before, having those 3 brackets to kind of fit any house and having those 3 different power methods really helps out as far as, I feel a lot more confident with this giveaway as far as I know that we're gonna be giving away something that will work for pretty much any home. So I think that's pretty cool, is being able to have 3 power sources and it's got 3 of those brackets, so it'll fit just about anywhere. Does anyone out there have a video doorbell already? I'm kind of curious. What setup do you have? What brand do you have? What do you think of it? What do you like about it? Do you use it? Is it something that you bought and then just kind of forgot about? I think a lot of this kind of smart gear can fall in that category too.
Just set up a poll.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go.
Pop up in the chat, everyone. Pop up in the chat. I feel like I need to should learn some card tricks or something to do in the meantime. That'd be pretty cool. Or just have like some kind of fidget toy or something to just sit around with. I don't know how news anchors do it, man. Yeah. So big shout out, first of all, to our producer Brent, who did this fabulous Home Shopping Network montage here. This is a closer look at the Kami camera.
So far, it's a 50% split on doorbells.
Okay. As far as having one or not? Okay.
So Andrew said you Vivint for that key with that apartment. I've never heard of that.
Oh, I didn't know Vivint worked with apartments. Andrew, we're gonna have to talk about that. I'm kind of curious how I always see Vivint in front of giant houses in neighborhoods nearby, and I didn't realize that they did apartments. That's kind of interesting.
Has to be joking, says that they have a Kami Doorbell video doorbell.
Oh no.
Stop.
Oh no. Cassidy, tell us more. What was bad about it?
It's about 50% of people don't.
Okay. I know I didn't have one for a very long time because I lived in an apartment building, or kind of, it was one of those big houses that was carved into an apartment. So it was a weird situation. It wasn't like an outside facing door. It was a door in a hallway kind of thing. So I just didn't install one.
I know a lot of people who, like you said, just have them stuck to the side of their house.
Yeah.
Never replace them. It just
Right. And it just kind of you'll have a video doorbell for, I don't know, 3 months, and then it dies, and that's about it. Let me just go through my notes real quick. I think it might be about time to hear a word from Cove.
Pirates on notice with Cove. No matter how many packages you have coming this season, a Cove Home Security system helps keep every one of them safe. Here's a peek at the perks. Put Porch Pirates on notice with Cove. No matter how many packages you have coming this season, a Cove Home Security system helps keep every one of them safe. Here's a peek at the perks you get when Cove is on guard. Real-time alerts when packages are delivered, two-way audio to let porch poachers know signs at window decals that sail on by, and 24/7 professional monitoring to call for help at the first sign of trouble. Find out how easy it is to let Cove protect everything from your front porch to the back deck.
I wanted to shout out Cove for sponsoring us for this. The whole reason we were doing this giveaway specifically with a doorbell camera was for the holidays with Porch Pirates. If I was a smarter person, I would have had those statistics ready for you, but I am not that person. So you'll have to go to Safewise.com. We have a link, I believe, in the description. We put it down there about the worst cities in the US for package theft. And I know dear Salt Lake City we're at now, I think was number 3 or 4 on that list. Yeah, we're pretty high up. I think Denver was number 1, San Francisco was 2, and I think Salt Lake was 3 or 4. I could be wrong. Go check out on the page and correct me. Let me know. But yeah, so it is a problem for people getting packages stolen. We have an interview with a Porch Pirate expert, Dr. Ben Stickle, who is a professor at Middle Tennessee State University. So shout out to you Tennesseans out there. He was talking in his interview with Rebecca Edwards. He had mentioned that there are a few ways that you can be more at risk for porch piracy than not. A lot of it boils down to opportunity and location. So say if your home is closer to the street and your porch is more visible and the package is big enough, then that's kind of bait for a porch pirate. But if you're far back enough from the road and people can't see it, or if it's a really small package, usually it's a little more safe. Let's see, I'm trying to remember some points about that conversation. It's a really interesting couple of videos. We've got 2 of those if you want to check those out. What was another one? He was talking about how there's not really a profile for porch pirates, for example, that there's not really a type. It's kind of split 50-50 between male and female, young and old. It's kind of just all over the place. There's also a bit of opportunity as far as people using, something like a U-Haul truck, or because we get deliveries so often from people who aren't necessarily in a uniform. Someone like a DoorDash driver or something like that, they can pretend that, oh, I'm just dropping this off, and it feels like a total Grinch move. So you should check out the interviews with Ben Stickle. We've got 2 parts of those, so he will say it much better than I will.
Looks like the top 5 was Denver, San Francisco, Salt Lake City, Seattle, and San Antonio.
Oh, okay. I hope people can hear you. Yeah, so just to recap what Brent was saying, some of the biggest cities, perfect, thank you. These are the 10 worst metro cities for package theft. So if you live in any of these cities, it might be worth considering getting a video doorbell camera. All right, so how about, let's see. Let's go back and show a few more of the clips from the Cammy. See, I'm not seeing anything on my monitor yet. It's still on the worst metro cities. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is some more footage from it. I missed half of that, so I only caught the very end of it. Do we have any of the clips with the two-way audio on it? Or, okay. All right, maybe not then. How about the motion zones? Do we have anything from that? That's okay. Round of applause for Brent, everybody. How's the chat looking?
Looks like a lot of people talking about the neighbors have for like doorbells, so
Yeah.
really maybe not be one because everybody else kind of did.
Okay, that's interesting.
It looks like Cassidy said the neighbor just took a series of photos and they were really delayed.
Oh. That's, yeah, that's that's not good. Good to know, Cassidy. Thanks for telling us. It's kind of rare, like, to be like a moment to be perfectly frank with the audience here, is a lot of these devices are kind of only as good as you use them a lot, if that makes sense. That they're great, or I guess they're fine on their own, but you kind of have to check them constantly. Something like this is fine, but it's really more the user that you've got to like actually check this stuff and kind of be on top of it on your own. Otherwise it's just a series of pictures. This, of course, different. This does take video, but you have to get a cloud subscription for it to do recording continuously. You can record things from the app, which was pretty cool. That's how I was able to get some of that video. Is you can, when you're in the app, you can press live and then record. So say you know that someone's coming, or you're having a conversation with someone outside the doorbell, you can press record and then have that for later. All right, so okay. I think you're right. I think it's about time. So, without further ado, the moment you've all been waiting for. Confetti, let's do it again. We are ready to announce the winners of the 3 lucky winners of a Cammy video doorbell. Can we get a drum roll? Oh no, sorry little guy. All right, our first winner is lower third.
Yep, there we go.
Marie Seidel. I hope I'm saying your name right. Apologies to any of these winners if I don't say your name right. Marie, we will be in contact with you soon. Congratulations, you are a winner. All right, our second winner. Kyle Sprinkle. I hope that's your real name. That's an excellent last name. Congratulations, Kyle. You win a Kami Doorbell Camera. All right, and our last, Rick Rioles. Rick Royals? I'm sorry. I hope you're probably used to people saying your name wrong. Congratulations, Rick. You also win a Kami Doorbell Camera. Congratulations to Marie, Kyle, and Rick. You guys are all winners, and we will be in contact with you soon and get your information so we can send you the new camera. All right, so that's it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're planning on doing more giveaways like this year. Hopefully we'll get this format a little better so it's not just kind of me talking to myself. Maybe I'll get working on those card tricks or like learn balloon animals or something like that. So we have something to do in between. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Katie from Safewise, and as always, stay safe.